Grace and peace to you. I want to talk this morning about how I think stewardship relates to the idea of privilege, which is something you've probably heard more and more about in our society today, and for good reason, I'd say, because I think privilege helps to name in important ways how not everybody is treated fairly in our world. The idea of privilege is basically that some people are given unearned and undeserved advantages over other people. And so by virtue of my whiteness or my maleness or other things about me, I find myself with easier opportunity for advancement or employment, easier access to healthcare or wealth or power in our society, whereas other people who don't look like me don't have that same access to those things. And this is something that I've experienced in my life, that I can see the ways that my whiteness and my maleness have led me to where I am and have given me a chance to succeed in ways that other people have not. And as I talk to women and people of color and hear their experiences, I learn more and more the ways that they have not been given the same opportunities as me, and not because they're any less qualified than me, but because society has set up a system where they are less valued than me. And the big pushback against this is people cling to the idea of saying, no, don't tell me what I have is because of privilege. I have what I have because I've earned it. I'm good at what I do. I work really hard, and I've gotten to where I am by virtue of that work. And so if other people want to be where I am, then they should just work harder or be better. And anybody can rise to the top if you do those things. But that whole idea is counter to everything we've talked about with stewardship so far, because our foundational claim in stewardship was that everything we have is a gift from God. And if everything we have is a gift from God, then we have to take all language of earning or deserving and throw it out the window, because it's not about how much I earn or how hard I work to get what I have, because we don't get what we have, we are given what we have. Everything we have is a gift from God. And God gives generously to the whole world, and God loves all people equally. So when we look around and we see that not all people have equal things, I think it's because humanity has set up systems of injustice that keep some people with privilege, with advantages, while other people have less opportunity for those things. And so connecting this to stewardship is helpful for two reasons, I think. One is just because it helps us to name this truth, that the reason things are the way they are is because society is unjust and has set up systems that benefit certain people and not others. And in naming this, and naming the ways that my whiteness and my maleness contribute to my place in society, I think that's the first step towards helping to get rid of this system. And the second step then is to listen to people who have other experiences, and to believe them, and to give their stories value in our lives, so that we can then be good stewards of the unfair privilege we have been given and use that for the sake of others. Use the power that we have to advocate for those who don't have a voice. Use the privilege that we have to stand in solidarity with those who are oppressed, those who are not treated fairly, and to use whatever resources we find ourselves with, not just to care for ourselves and just be stewards of our own selves, but be stewards of all of creation. And so to use what we have to caretake for our world and for our neighbors in need, and to make sure that all people are cared for and all people are valued, and work towards a system where all people are treated equally and fairly and have equal access to health and happiness and whole lives. So that's a little thought on stewardship and privilege this morning. Remember that you are loved, and God's peace be with you.